A major AI company just quietly changed who can access one of its most powerful tools for children, and almost no one in Africa is talking about it. You are trying to find safe, serious AI tools to introduce to your child or your classroom, and every time you think you have found something, the rules change without warning. But inside this quiet decision, there are details that tell us exactly where artificial intelligence education for African children needs to go next, and some of those doors are still wide open. Most of the reporting on this is written for Western classrooms. We have fast internet, expensive subscriptions, schools that already have AI policies. None of that is our starting point. By the end of this video, you understand what happened, what it means for your child or your classroom, and 5 concrete moves you can make right now from where you are. I've been building Africa-first AI education from Harare, testing tools on shared phones with expensive data. I'm not going to waste your time with solutions that only work in a Silicon Valley school. Let me break down exactly what happened, why it matters here, and what we do next, starting with the detail most people missed completely. For example, imagine a new minibus route opens in your seat. Everyone starts using it. Then one day, the operator quietly announces children under 18 are no longer allowed to ride alone. No big announcement, just a small notice at the back of the terminal. That is what happened here. A quiet police update that changes who gets access and how. So the following are the key points that you can take note of. Anthropic's Claude AI launched a product called Cloud for Education, then restricted its most advanced features to institutions only. Individual parents and community schools without a formal operator account cannot access the full version directly. The second one is this is not about the AI being dangerous. It is about liability, age verification, and the fact that most school systems do not yet have formal AI policies in place. And the last one, for African schools and parents already operating without formal AI frameworks, this kind of quiet policy shift can remove access before anyone even knew it existed. And this is why it matters. When AI access changes quietly, the families with the least institutional support are always the last to find out and the hardest hit. You deserve to know what changed before your child walks into it. Now that we know what changed, let me show you the 5 quiet details buried inside this update that will tell the whole story. Take this example. When a farmer reads a weather report, they do not see rain expected. They look at how much, which direction the wind is coming from, and whether the soil is already wet. The full picture is in the details. Most people read the headline. We are going to read the forecast. Here are the 5 details that matter most. First one, the operator requirement. Cloud's education product requires schools to sign up as institutions. Individual parents and informal community schools cannot access the full version without an account. The tool is not gone. The child-specific pathway is gated. Detail number 2. The API remains open to builders. African educators and developers can build child-safe AI learning tools using Cloud as the engine. The infrastructure is there. The local application is what is missing. That is the opportunity. The third detail is free tier access remains open for adults. Teachers can still use Cloud's standard interface to prepare lessons, generate practice questions, and explore how AI explains concepts. The teaching tool is available. The child-facing product is what changed. And the fourth detail is the industry is moving toward more gates, not fewer. Anthropic published a responsible scaling policy and a child-safety addendum. Every major AI company is moving in this direction. Africa needs its own frameworks now, not after the next gate appears. And the last one, the window for African built AI education tools is right now. Every gate that closes makes the space for locally built alternatives bigger. African developers, educators, and curriculum builders are not too late. They are exactly on time. And this is why it matters. These 5 details are not just about one company. They are telling us the direction the war industry is moving. If we wait for the perfect open access AI tools to arrive, we will be waiting while our children grow up without any framework at all. So those are the 5 details. Now let me show you what they mean for you sitting in Harare or Bulawayo or Nairobi or Lagos with one phone and children who need guidance. For example, picture a water tap that has been running freely. Then Kanzo installs a meter and says you need a registered account to use it at full pressure. The water is still there, the pipe is still there, but the rules around access just change. A parent who knows about the meter can plan. A parent who doesn't know is just confused. So here are the key points to take note of. You do not need an institution to start AI literacy with your child today. You need a framework and a guide. That is exactly what VakundiStudios is building for you. For parents using shared phones with limited data, the tools that matter most right now are the ones that work with small data and one device. For example, Google Gemini and ChatGPT free trials. Both are available and you can start with them. Your job as a parent is not to unlock every AI tool. It is to teach your child how to think clearly, ask good questions, and check what AI tells them. You can start that today with zero subscription cost. And this is why it matters most. A parent who understands the landscape can protect and prepare their child. A parent who is kept out of the conversation cannot. You are not behind. You were not given the right starting. You were not given the right starting point. The video is that starting point. Now let me show teachers specifically what's still open and how to use it inside the classroom, even without a computer lab. Take for example, a good teacher in a school with no library does not tell children that there are no books. They bring a book from home, they read aloud, they photocopy one page and share it between 4 children. The resource is limited, but the teaching still happens. That is the posture we need with AI tools right now. Teachers can use the free version of ChatGPT to prepare lesson notes, generate practice questions, and explore how AI explains concepts. This costs nothing and needs only a basic email to sign up. You can use Google's NotebookLM. It allows teachers to upload their own local curriculum documents and ask questions about them. This is powerful for African teachers who want AI that responds to their actual syllabus, not a foreign one. The most important AI skill you can model for your student is not using the tool. It is questioning the tool. Show them what AI gets wrong. Show them how to check that lesson costs no data at all. Teachers do not need to wait for a government policy or a school computer lab. The most powerful AI education happening in African classrooms right now is being led by one teacher, one phone, and the decision to start. We have talked about what is closed and what is open. Now let me show you the path forward using the S.H.I.F.T framework, so you live with a plan, not just information. So the S.H.I.F.T framework is the one that we are going to use. And take for example, when there is a roadblock on the main road, a driver who knows the area does not stop. They show this. They know the side streets. They know which route adds 10 minutes but still gets there. The S.H.I.F.T framework is your side street map for navigating AI access when the main road suddenly has a barrier. So here's the breakdown. S stands for see the change. Stay informed about AI policy updates so you are not surprised. Bookmark anthropic.com/news and blog.google for education announcements. Knowledge before everyone else is your advantage. H, hold the ground. Do not let access changes panic you into inaction. The fundamentals of AI literacy, questioning, checking, understanding how AI learns, do not require any specific tool. They require a parent or a teacher who understands them. I, identity, what is open. Right now, free tiers of ChatGPT, Google Gemini, and NotebookLM are open. Use them deliberately and purposefully while they remain accessible. Map your options before you need them. F, find the local path. Build AI conversations using your local examples, your curriculum, your language. A child in Harare learning AI through a mango sorting example learns better than one memorizing a foreign definition. Local context is not compromise, it is an advantage. T, teach from there. Start with the phone that you have. Start with one conversation. Start with one question. You do not need a perfect system before you start. You need a clear direction, and now you have one. Brick by bite. You do not need a perfect system before you start. You need a clear direction. S.H.I.F.T gives you 5 moves you can make from where you are standing right now. Before I close, I want to name one more thing, because it is this thing nobody else is saying out loud. For example, in Zimbabwe, when there is a shortage of something in the formal shops, the informal markets finds a way. not because people are breaking rules, but because need does not disappear because a shelf is empty. The same is true here. When global AI tools narrow their access, the opportunity for African-built, African-faced AI education tools becomes bigger, not smaller. Every time a Western AI company adds a gate, it is a signal that the space for locally built alternatives is growing. African developers, educators, and curriculum builders are needed now. VIVA, VakundiStudios' own AI learning companion, is being built for exactly this reason, not as a reaction to what is losing, but as a commitment to what African children deserve, AI education that begins from their world. The children who grow up understanding how AI works, not just how to use it, will be the ones who build the next tools. Literacy comes before access, always. Africa is not behind. Africa is building under different conditions, and the builders who start now, parents, teachers, educators, developers, are the ones who will shape what AI looks like for African children in the next 10 years. If you're a parent or a teacher in Africa watching this and thinking, I want to start but I do not know exactly how, drop the word start in the comments. I want to know you are here. And if this video helped you see something you had not seen before, share it with one parent or a teacher in your community. That is how we do this, not by waiting for a system to catch up. Brick by Byte.